Let's talk about the differences between Spark and MapReduce. In MapReduce, your only option for storage is the disk. In Spark, it supports both in-memory storage and on-disk storage. In terms of operations, MapReduce only supports the map and reduce operations, whereas Spark supports map, reduce, join, sample, and many other operations. The execution model for MapReduce is limited to batch, whereas for Spark, Spark supports execution models including batch, interactive, and streaming. In terms of programming environments, MapReduce only supports the Java environment, whereas Spark supports Scala, Java, R, and Python. Other differences between Spark and MapReduce include Spark having support for generalized patterns. It has a unified engine that supports many different kinds of programming use cases. Spark also supports lazy evaluation of the lineage graph, which leads to reduced wait states and better pipelining. Spark also has lower overhead for starting jobs and less expensive shuffles. Pulling all of this together, in-memory operation makes a huge difference in terms of overall performance. Here's a comparison of two different iterative machine learning algorithms, k-means clustering and logistic regression. On the x-axis, we have the runtime of these algorithms for the different environments in seconds. Let's start with k-means clustering. In red, we have Hadoop MapReduce, and you can see it takes 121 seconds to complete that machine learning algorithm, whereas Spark takes 4.1 seconds. For logistic regression, it takes MapReduce 80 seconds to complete the execution, whereas Spark completes execution in less than a second. Here are results from the Daytona Gray 100 terabyte sort benchmark. Spark set the record for the sort benchmark in fall of 2014 by reducing the time it took to perform that benchmark from Hadoop, which held the record previously at 72 minutes, down to 23 minutes. There's no actual benchmark for it, but Spark demonstrated the sort of 1 petabyte, that's 1,000 terabytes worth of data, that took only 234 minutes running on 190 Amazon EC2 instances. A different way of looking at the difference between Spark and other tools is this survey, which shows the median salaries for respondents who use a given tool. This is a survey that covered over 100 respondents around the globe, and it showed that Spark expertise led to higher salaries for respondents. Now, there's just a correlation here, but that does obviously not mean causation. However, it's an interesting observation to see.